Joseph's life was perfect, or so he thought. A thriving business, a steady income, dreams turning into reality. He had spent years working tirelessly, sacrificing sleep, comfort, and even friendships to build his empire. Success felt permanent, unshakable, until one day that all collapsed. At first, it was just a few setbacks, a delayed payment here, a lost deal there. He assured himself it was temporary. But then, clients backed out one by one. Sales plummeted. Debt began piling up like an unstoppable storm. Joseph desperately reached out for help, but silence greeted him. The same people who once praised his ambition suddenly became distant. Calls went unanswered. Messages left unseen. The world moved on, but he was left behind. Then came the final blow. An eviction notice. 1 month to vacate. His home, his last safe space, was being taken from him. He sat on the cold floor, letter in his trembling hands. His mind screamed, "How did this happen? Was everything I did for nothing? Am I a failure?" That night, for the first time in years, he cried. As he lay in bed, staring at the ceiling, a memory surfaced. His mother's voice. "Strength isn't about never falling, son. It's about rising every time you do." Her words struck him like lightning. Maybe this wasn't the end. Maybe it was a test. Joseph sat up, wiped his tears, and whispered to himself, "I won't give up." The next morning, he took action. With nothing but an old laptop and a burning determination, he searched for freelance work. No experience, no guarantees, just pure willpower. Rejections flooded in. Silence greeted him at every turn. "You don't have the right skills. We're looking for someone more experienced." "Sorry, we've gone with another candidate." Each rejection stung, but he refused to quit. Then, a flicker of hope. Scrolling endlessly through online job postings, he came across a small gig, writing product descriptions for an e-commerce store. The pay was minimal, but it was a start. He took it. Then another. And another. Long nights. Endless learning. No shortcuts. Days turned into weeks into months. Slowly, the tide began to turn. Then, something unexpected happened. An investor came across his work. Impressed, he invited Joseph for a meeting. Joseph was nervous but determined. He laid out his vision, not just with words but with passion. Then, the investor leaned forward and said, "You have something special. I believe in you." For the first time in a long while, someone believed in him again. Slowly, his online business began to grow again. Clients increased, money started flowing, and most importantly, he rediscovered his confidence. The same friends who had once abandoned him now reached out, praising his resilience. But this time, Joseph knew better. He had learned who truly mattered. As Joseph's success returned, he made a promise to himself. He would never let himself fall unprepared again. He worked smartly, saved wisely, and built a strong foundation for his future. This time, he surrounded himself with people who truly cared, not just those who came around when times were good. One evening, as he stood on the balcony of his new home, watching the city lights, he realized the darkness had tested him, broken him, and nearly consumed him. But it never defeated him. He had learned that strength isn't found in comfort or certainty. It's forged in struggle, in the moments when everything falls apart, yet you choose to stand again. He had fallen. He had lost. But he had also risen. And this time, he was unshakable. With a quiet smile, he whispered, "I didn't just rebuild a business. I rebuilt myself." Friends, adversity does not define you, your response to it does. True strength is not about avoiding failure, but about rising every time you fall. When life knocks you down, remember that the greatest power lies within you. Challenges may shake your world, but they also reveal your inner strength. Believe in yourself, keep moving forward, and turn every setback into a comeback. If you liked this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more inspiring stories. Your support helps us bring more powerful lessons to you. See you in the next one.